Hey guys, it's Mel here. So I've gotten a few questions, and I know I've been posting some light language again, and I know not everyone really knows about what light language is. Basically, I'm channeling my higher selves from past lives, future lives, that sort of thing. So I know for me, I very much have had past lives as a shaman, a medicine woman, a witch, things like that. So, but basically, light language is just the language of your higher self or of your highest self. So it has activation codes to help upgrade your DNA. It can help. It can help on all levels, not only spiritually, physically, mentally, but it helps to heal your body on all levels. So basically, with all the codes coming in from, galactic energies, basically I download those, my higher self does, and then we channel those for messages of greater good and abundance for you all. So, and of course, it is in a different language, so we're not really knowing exactly what it says all the time, but your higher self does understand, and your higher self will use it for its benefit and good. So, and whatever purpose it is that it is set for you. So, with energy work and light language, it can be a rather subtle kind of change or difference that you might notice. But others too, they'll really kind of feel it and notice a difference really quickly. So with energy work, light language, any, that sort of thing, Reiki, quantum touch, that sort of thing, you can basically, you can feel the energy move sometimes. Not everyone can feel it as much as others do, but it can be anywhere from just like relaxation to deep relaxation. You might, kind of get really light and feel like you're out of your body. You can have different sensations in your body. You can have pain that moves from like one place to another, because even though we have pain, it's in one place, it doesn't necessarily originate there. And typically, there's more than just one area of concern, that you have. Basically, our bodies hold that information from that trauma, and it can hold it in different places. So that's about as good as I know how to say it. So, but anyway, I personally was activated to light language back at the end of 2018, I believe it was 12 of, I think actually it was 2017. So I've got my years all mixed up there. So, but my light language was activated at the end of 2017. I had already had kind of like a crisis in my life back in 16, where I basically had a breakthrough. My higher selves, I was in a toxic relationship, and my higher selves were like, no more. So I basically like kicked the guy out, kind of lost it on him. That was like the worst I've ever behaved. So it was, I've always said it was like my coming to Jesus, right? So like 3 days after that, I kicked him out. 3 days after, I had found all my Reiki papers, which I hadn't really even looked at them for a good 4 or 5 years. And I found one of them that had my prayer. I had a prayer to Spirit, to God, to the angels, to the Reiki masters. It was, Lord, help me to heal myself so that I may help others to heal those that are willing to accept it from me. So, and then it was like, I put some Bible quote, John 14:12, I think, verily I tell you, you will do greater things in the world than I have done. So, for I must go to the Father. So, I've always been a little bit different. I really have always had a lot of faith. Wasn't in the church a lot as a kid, but probably my first 6 years. And then I just kind of went to different ones. We moved around a lot. My dad did military work. He wasn't in the military, but he did military work. So we did move like every 1.5 to 2 years. So I always would actually, with my friends, I would go to their churches sometimes. So I ended up going to a Christian church, a Baptist church, a Methodist church, a Catholic church. I went to the Jehovah's Witness church. You name it, I've been to pretty much any kind of church. So I've always been a little bit more open-minded and a little bit different from everyone. And I've always really believed in spirituality and the Christ, you know, but I never really believed in it in the way that Christianity or religion really, you know, offers it to us nowadays. So I always believed in the higher power, you know. But yeah, light language. Basically, again, we're just channeling our higher selves, the highest version of ourselves or our Christ selves. And I can say that, you know, this is probably not necessarily true for every single person that does light language, but this is true for myself. So, you know, you may talk to someone else and they will have a completely different, you know, way or thought process on how it works. So, but anyway, my light language, after my awakening and kicking that guy out of my house, it came about, honestly, rather naturally. I had seen a few people that had done light language. Kalina Malnar was one of them. And then Chris Parr with Meraki Light. And I think I really kind of got activated by them. So, I know I activate people too as well. So, you know, basically, you know, these codes and this DNA, they lie dormant basically in our bodies, in our systems, and you know, when they can be called to be activated. So the light language helps activate those higher codes and higher DNAs or higher DNA templates or whatever. So, but it activates those codes so that you can release the density and, you know, be your fullest, highest version, your most abundant version, your most joyous version, and all of that. So, again, energy work, light language, it's very subtle and it works, you know, very gently, most of the time. And, you know, it's very subtle and you can just notice like little shifts and differences where you may feel more ease. You might, you know, not get as triggered quite as easily as you did before, or, you know, maybe your thought processes aren't quite as negative as they were. You know, it's just subtle things. So, but I can tell you also, you know, for my healing abilities, or with my healing abilities, what I have done, I can definitely work on the physical body just as much as, you know, the emotional or spiritual body, and have had great results with that. One of my really good friends, she's chronically has osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, probably some osteoporosis too as well. And I have actually seen great results using energy work with her. And it's really just kind of amazing if you allow yourself, you know, to think beyond your limitations of what might possibly be able to happen. So I think it was last Monday, my friend had come over and she had that, you know, a Dowager's hump on her back right here. And it was just at the top. It looked like a little hunchback. I worked on her for maybe 15, 20 minutes. And when I first started, my friend, she's about 5'9", I'm 5'7". And most of the time, you know, she's a little bit taller than me. And I was like, oh, Sandy, your posture is, what's going on? And she just was like, I just don't feel good. I feel terrible. She's been through the ringer these past few months. And I was like, well, let me work on you. And, when we started, she was probably about, eye level to me. And 15, 20 minutes, I worked on her. She did not have that hump on her back anymore. It was pretty much straight. And plus, we were pretty much level to level, same height. So, light language, quantum touch, Reiki, whatever, energetic healing modality that, you find, they definitely are beneficial. And they definitely do help and work, also you yourself, in your human physical form, have to be willing to continue the work for yourself as well. So, just like with anything, practice makes perfect. You're not going to get strong and built, kick-ass arms or biceps just by lifting a weight 2 times a day and then, oh, I'm done. You got to keep practicing. You got to keep doing it. We are very much spiritual beings before we are human beings. And all these things, these traumas, anything that, hurts us or harms us, it really kind of stays within our body, unless we are able to release it. And so that, with energy work, that is what we do, is we are able to release those stuck traumas that are in your body, in your tissues, and your thought processes. And we're able to release those gently and move them out of your auric field so that you can, and then replenish it with love, light, and abundance. So anyway, I hope that helped you guys a little bit, or hopefully, you can kind of understand a little bit more now what I am doing. It's all intention for the highest good. I am my normal 3D job for the 25 years plus was as a nurse. First I was an LPN, then an RN. And I've always been more holistically minded, herbally minded, and I've always basically taken care of my health herbally and holistically. So, Western medicine does have its place, but it really, most of us do not need Western medicine necessarily. There are so many herbs and natural supplements and healing modalities, that you can heal yourself without actually ever having pharmaceuticals and sometimes even surgeries. So, it all starts within, and we've not really been taught that. We've not been taught how powerful we are. Each and every one of us has different gifts and abilities, and this is mine. And some of you, it may be your gift too as well. So, but yeah, we're all here for a divine purpose. And mine is to assist others in feeling better, feeling more love, joy, abundance, and just being healthier. So anyway, guys, I wish you an amazing and blessed day. And I will see you again most certainly very soon. Much love and blessings to you all. Thanks.